Hi there, welcome to today's session. So today we're going to be looking at a very, very interesting concept, and that is long division. You must have already explored division in a previous class, and now it's time to move on to long division. Now, what is long division? Long division is really just a simple way of dividing very, very big numbers. And I know many times children struggle with long division because of the steps involved, but I have a very interesting and simple way of remembering all the steps, and I promise you it will be so much fun. So these are the steps in long division. We divide, we multiply, we subtract, we check, we bring down, and we repeat. These are just the steps in long division. But I have a mnemonic that helps make it easier to remember, and this is, does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers raw? Now, when you remember that statement, you remember divide, multiply, subtract, check, bring down, and repeat. So now we're going to be exploring a few questions, and I'll show you how you can use this to make long division easier and so much fun. So let's look at this first question. 81 divided by 3. 81, which is the number we are dividing, which is called the dividend, the number we are dividing. And then 3 is going to be on the outside. 3 is called the divisor. It is the number that is dividing the bigger number. So this is what we do. We divide first. And in long division, you always start with the first number on your left. So let's start with the first number. 8 divided by 3. How many times would you find 3 in 8? Or how many groups of 3s can you find in 8? So 8 divided by 3 is 2. So we've done division. Now we'll multiply. 3 times 2 is 6. The next thing we do is subtract. 8 minus 6 is 2. The next thing is we check. Now what are we checking for? We're checking to see if there is another number in our dividend that we haven't used yet. We haven't used 1 yet. Remember, we only used 8. So when we check and there is another number we haven't used, what do we do to that number? We bring it down. So that 1 comes to meet 2 and it becomes 21. Now we would repeat. So repeat means we're going back to the beginning to divide again. So we're now saying 21 divided by 3 is 7. 3 times 7 is 21. Now we've multiplied. Then we subtract. 21 minus 21 is 0. We check. Is there another number in our dividend that we haven't used? No, we're done. Is there anything to bring down? No. Do we need to repeat? No, we're done. We have 0 at the bottom. So 81 divided by 3 is equal to, that is your answer, 27. Now let's look at another example. 36 divided by 2. We're going to be using the exact same method to solve this question. 36 divided by 2. 36 is your dividend and 2 is your divisor. Now, 3 divided by 2 is 1. Then we multiply. 2 times 1 is 2, and then I subtract. 3 minus 2 is 1. I check, is there another number I haven't used? Yes, we haven't used 6 yet. So what do? We have to bring it down. Fantastic. We bring down 6 and then we have 16. So now I do 16 divided by 2 and that is 8. 2 times 8 is 16. Subtract 16 minus 16 is 0. I am done. 36 divided by 2 is 18. Fantastic. So now what if I have a bigger number, say 105 divided by 5? How would I solve this question? 105 divided by 5. Again, following the same method. 105 divided by 5. Now, we start, as I told you, in long division, we always start with the first number. But what do you notice about the first number here? 1 is smaller than 5. And so it is impossible to divide a smaller number by a bigger number. So what do we do? 1 cannot be divided by 5. So what do we do? In a situation like that, you look to the right of that number to see, what is the next number? The next number is 0. And so I'm now going to be using 10 together as opposed to 1. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. Now, when you're writing the 2, if you notice, I didn't write my 2 on top of 1. I wrote my 2 on top of 0 to show that I used the two numbers at once. 5 times 2 is 10. We've multiplied. Now we subtract. 10 minus 10 is 0. Now we check. Is there a number we haven't used? Absolutely. We haven't used 5, so we bring it down. Now we have 5 here. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. 5 times 1 is 5. By the time you do that subtraction, you're going to end up with 0. So therefore, 105 divided by 5 is equal to 21. And that's how you do long division. Now, no matter how large the number is, no matter how many digits that number has, once you follow divide, multiply, subtract, check, bring down, and repeat, you'll be able to solve any question. Now, let's try it with a 4-digit number, shall we? So I have a number like 2,670 divided by 5. This is a 4-digit number, and I want to divide it by 5. Remember, we're following the exact same method that we have been using. So we're dividing or multiplying, we're subtracting, we will check. If there is a number, we will bring it down and then repeat. So 2,670 is my dividend. It stays in here. 5 is my divisor. It stays on the outside. Now remember, we are supposed to start with the first number. But this first number is 2. It's a lot smaller than 5. So it's impossible to do that division. So I look to the right. And what is the next number after 2? It's 6. So I would use 26 as opposed to using just 2. So now 26 divided by 5. How many groups of 5s can I find in 26? And that is 5. I can take out 5 groups of 5 from 26. Now notice where I wrote my 5. I didn't write my 5 under 2. I wrote my 5 above 6 to show that I used these two numbers to get that answer. Now we have divided. It's time to multiply. 5 times 5 is 25. We do our subtraction. 26 take away 25. 6 take away 5 is 1. 2 take away 2 is nothing, 0. So now I have 1 at the bottom. So we check, is there perhaps a number we haven't used? Absolutely. We haven't used 7 and we haven't used 0. But we can't bring them all down at the same time. We have to bring them down 1 digit at a time. So I would bring down 7 first, and then I have 17. Now I would say 17 divided by 5 is 3. That 3 stays on top of 7 because that's the number we just brought down and used. 5 times 3 is 15. I'll do my subtraction. 17 minus 15 is 2. I'm not yet done. There's still a number I haven't used. I haven't used 0, so I can't say I'm done. So I check. Is there a number I haven't used? I haven't used 0. So what do I do to it? I have to bring it down. So we bring down 0 to meet 2, and that is 20. Now, 20 divided by 5, now we're repeating. 20 divided by 5 is 4. 5 times 4 is 20. By the time we do that subtraction, we're going to have 0. So that tells us that we are done with this division question. So therefore, 2,670 divided by 5 is equal to, now this here is my answer, 534. And it's that simple, no matter how large the number is. Just remember, does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers raw? And it makes it easy.
I am learning with I Am Learning Hub.